What's going on, guys? Joshua here with Chopy Tech, and today I'm bringing you guys my list of the top 5 podcasts. And this idea is brought to you by my friend from Periscope and a great supporter of mine, Corbian Garcia. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get going. So before I get started, I just want to let you know that these podcasts are in no particular order. I basically just jotted down some of my favorite podcasts and some podcasts that are very informative for people and can help you guys out. Whether you're interested in technology or you're very creative or you're interested in business, these podcasts are good for you. So the first podcast comes from my buddy Roberto Blake. You may know him, you may not know him. He has 54,000 subscribers right now on YouTube. His brand is all about creating things awesome. He does tech videos, he does graphics, he does all sorts of stuff. He actually designed my channel art, if you didn't already know. And his podcast is called the CSAT podcast, or the Create Something Awesome Today podcast. And it's just a really awesome podcast, and as is written in the title, and it's all about creating things, and it's a very good resource for people that are creative and graphic designers and artists and just people that want to get motivated, and it just gives you a good background on how to be creating things awesome all the time. Go check out his channel. He has a bunch of awesome content on his channel about encouraging you to create things awesome every single day, and he also helps out with some YouTube things as well. He'll give you some YouTube tips, and he has a bunch of videos all about YouTube and the behind the scenes of YouTube, so go check him out. The next one is This Week in Tech, also known as TWIT. This is with Theo Laporte. It's a weekly podcast, and it's all about technology. It's weekly tech, and it's just a really good podcast. You can just look up TWIT on YouTube, and you'll find it there. I forgot to mention that Roberto Blake's podcast can be found on SoundCloud. Just letting you know. The next podcast can only be found on YouTube, and is by one of my inspirations on YouTube, Mr. Matt Philly. He has a podcast called Pimp My Setup, and it's all about pimping your setups. You submit pictures to him, and he will critique your setup and tell you things that you can do to improve on your setup, and I just think it's a really awesome idea. He has special guests on every single time he does a Pimp My Setup. He has his dad on, he has some very popular YouTubers on, and he's just all around has a great time. And if you're watching that, I'd love to be on Pimp My Setup. Just letting you know. The next podcast is also from a very popular YouTube channel and a popular tech website called The Verge, and this one's called What's Tech. What's Tech just basically explains tech, and it just talks about a lot of technology, as The Verge is a technology website. And if you're interested in technology, go check it out. Just saying. The last one is something I'm very interested in, and that is business. And I know some of you guys are probably also interested in business. And this one's called Startup, and you can find this on gimletmedia.com. And basically it talks about startup companies and things that can help you with startups, and all about different startups and actual real world examples of startups. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm back again with another video, and I'm happy to be back here talking with you guys about different topics, top 5s. I don't want to just do reviews anymore. I want to diversify it a little bit. I have some things lined up for the upcoming weeks, months, things like that. So you'll just have to stick around and subscribe. We're almost at 400 subscribers. Hit me on Twitter if you want some updates, and follow me on Periscope. If it wasn't for you guys, Periscope, I would not have came up with this idea of the top 5 podcasts. I'm pointing over there because I have my notes. And yeah, so that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Twitter. Do all that fun stuff. Check the links in the description. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Peace.